morning. Right, we're gonna start again where we left off yesterday, like round about the car park at Wylam, just over the bridge from the train station. It's gonna be a warm day of the day, but 10.5 miles. There is an option fairly soon into it, where you can go in one of two ways. It's completely up to you. One's a more direct, one's a bit fiddly, like the one I told you about at the end here. I think, because it's the start of the day, I think I may do the little bit of fiddly section. I mean, you're basically on the same way, it's just like not hard path, which might benefit us later on actually, because it's all hard path from now on in till the end really. Yeah, so we're gonna go past a cottage with some significant history to it, past Newburn where there was a battle, and then where else are we going? Oh, we're going to Newcastle along the quayside. I don't know how many bars we'll be visiting on the way, mind you. I'm trying to go to none and have a drink at the end, but you'll see on that post in front of you them Daft as a brush marker. Right, penultimate day is about to begin. Forgot to say, Wylam's got a co-op. I can't remember if I said it yesterday. It's got a co-op and cafes and pubs and stuff like that, so you're not going with it. Like when you sort of pass through, you mightn't even like notice, you know, but it's like where the bridge is. If you're coming off the train station, out of the bridge, turn left, like just follow the road round, you'll see the co-op to your left, and then pubs a little bit further up the road, and cafes and stuff. But there's like stuff you can, there's a cafe sort of Newburn sort of way as well. Actually, you know what you could do as well, you could stay on that side really. That's the side I usually walk when I'm doing my walks along the Tyne. I'll just sort of stay on the south side, so that's an option as well, mind you. So that's George Stephenson's cottage, where he was born, the grandfather of the railway, the big lad. Now you can, it's beautiful, like, but you can't get in. It says there on the gate that you can, it's like open for like heritage days or whatever, you know, for special occasions. I like to have a look, because like, every time I come past, like, you think, oh, it's a pity you can't get in. Anyway, you've got the option of going down there, which I'm doing, or cracking on the road. So yeah, you're going to be right next to the Tyne here, but you come out the same place. I'll point it out when we get to the junction of where they meet at the far end. Yeah, so although this is the official trail on the Newcastle side of the river, so to speak, at this juncture, there is an option. I prefer the other side, to be fair, going through Wrighton golf course and all that sort of thing. But like, if you want to like stay on the south side, by all means, like I just find this side a bit more busy, let's see. And then you could swap over again at Blaydon, you could swap over at Newburn, there's a bridge there as well, which isn't too far really. So you could actually chop and change at this point really. whatever suits you, whatever you fancy really, innit? Aye, so there's loads of options like again either side, as you'll see as we come up to the last day as well. Aye. And if you're not fancying this way after a little while, there is regular intervals to pop back up to the main path, which is just over there. You're never too far away from it. I've just come up on the path because there's a tree blocking the path there, but you've got Close House golf course, which the Hadrian's Way cuts through, and that's what we'll be following for the rest of the day and a bit of tomorrow. So I've come back out on the path for a second. There's a tree blocking the path, so you might have to come back, or you can just get back on there actually. Oh, mint sound. So this is where the Hadrian's Wall path goes up to heading on the wall, or comes down from heading on the wall, whichever way you're going, and then we're going to be following that basically for the rest of today and a fair whack of tomorrow. So like I say, you can't just crack on along there, but however, we're going to do it on the bottom path yet again. There's three clubs just down the way that do that sort of caper. The one I usually see is the university one. They're out every weekend, like early doors, like you should see the lads and lasses doing it, man. Fit as lops. Some of the lads are about 7 foot tall. Good God, honestly. And a bloody head full of hair. Annoying. So yeah, you're going past I think it's an amateur club on this side, the big blue building, and then there's like two on the other side. Yeah, but they're out every weekend. Like it's amazing watching them. Like that will kill me. Like I haven't got the shoulders for it, you know. They're always hurting, you know. But aye, fair play to them. Like out in all weathers though. There are a few dodgy points, let's see. So if you're a bit wary out like that, maybe stay on the top path. Out like Broadens and Thins and this, that and t'other. On that, the thing is with that top path, it seems to go on and on and on. At least you've got a bit of variation here. So if you're coming along that main path, you'll come through here. Look out for these cottages to the right hand side, and it's like a short right turn. You come down past here and join up where we've just come through there, and onwards to Newburn. And there's a little cafe there. at the Riverside Country Park. Oh, we seem to be closing. So the Battle of Newburn fought the Scottish one. They occupied Newcastle for a year, and King Charles had to pay £200,000 to get Newcastle back. So there you go, a little bit of history. £200,000 for the tune. Guys, I don't think the Arabs paid that much. No, they paid a hell of a lot more, didn't they? So just before the bridge at Newburn, you'll come to the boathouse and you will see where some of the floods reached. Give you a look. That flood in 1771, the great one, blows my mind. I can't understand how it got so big. Unreal, isn't it? Okay, it must have been about 10 foot tall from like where you're, like from your feet, you know. Unreal. Aye, so we're more or less going in a straight line where the post is there. So almost halfway for the day. So in Leamington, there's a little corner shop just up there, but there's a little over there in alley. You just get down that path there. Just look out for that mill thing. It's getting really urban now, like near at the end. I really didn't want this to end, even though it's killing us. Now, idiot me has made a bit of a boo-boo through hungriness. You know, I knew that little was there, and I knew I needed a sandwich for the day. So that's like why I went straight forward, thinking that the actual route went that way without even thinking. Mind you, the signage isn't great from now on in, I don't believe. I haven't seen a Daft as a brush sign for a while. Like even before like hitting Newburn, what I should have done was turned like right and like sort of looped around and come up this way. What I've done is come like sort of straight forward, as in like the Hadrian's Wall path, because I knew that little was there and I needed a sandwich. But that is like an option, like if you need some supplies anyway. So normally you'd like loop round and like that jut out of the Tyne opposite Stella and up and around here. But I would say that's actually a nicer path, you know, than that. I think it's quite sort of industrial as you like sort of come round this way. Aye. Well, anyway, sorry about that, and me greedy stomach apologises as well. And there's the A1 crossing our, and just behind it there is the Scotswood Bridge, and then it isn't very far into Newcastle after that. It's becoming the River Tyne that you see on the telly. As you coming along this bit past B&Q and the A1 and that, get onto the left hand side of the road when you can. There's plenty of lights, like, but bloody hell it's busy and noisy. Take us back to the sources. Just thinking there that, like, the sources, like the silence of that, so like you're craving it because all you can hear is bloody noise, but it sort of creates this, if you know what I mean, because if them sources weren't there, it wouldn't have created the time for the industry to come here to make it what it is now, you know. Oh, that's a bit deep from us, like, isn't it? Wow. Aye, so it's the source's fault it's like this. Fantastic. 3 and a bit miles to the quayside. Oh dear me. It is 1 mile to Newcastle, but I think that's like saying like the outskirts of it, like. Graffitied Daft's rush sign telling you to turn left eye because it's split in 2 here, and you can pop out of the gated side here over the Stocksfield bridge. But we'll stay on here till we'll get to the tune. Now this bit we've just been through and going through, I always get this mixed up with the sort of Newburn through the Leamington bit. What were the signs and stuff like that? That's probably how I went wrong actually as well. Oh, I'm so stupid, man. But I just look out for the signs that take you on that loop if that's what you want to do. Like I say, the way I went, like, sort of more direct. There's one thing to be said for this section, especially I would say from Prudhoe onwards. Flat, really flat, like. So you've got like all the hills out the way now, really. There's a little lift up as you get towards Wallsend where you have to sort of come away from the river on this side anyway, and there's a couple on the other side now actually where like you have to come away and like going up the bank, but apart from that, like, it isn't daftness like what we've had like say yesterday before Prudhoe, like where you're going up in the wilds. Aye, so at least you haven't got that to contend with and you can just crack straight on, but it is tough on the feet, I find, like on concrete and stuff like that, like. So it's a bit of a you don't have to contend with hills, but you have to contend with concrete, unfortunately. What can you do? What can you do? Just been thinking a lot really about like where we've been and what I've done. People we meet, you know, it's like sort of, because it's come to the end of it, you know. And I was thinking about it like back end of yesterday as well, like that it's gonna live with me for ages, this, you know. It really is, like, until I start getting senile and I forget everything. Oh, but honestly, man, I've had the luscious at times, you know. It hurt, really hurt, like I'm so sore at it. But oh, loved it so much, man. Adored it. Sorry to come on again. Bit sick of seeing this face. A lad's just walked past us. He's obviously doing the hairdresser as well. New shoes on. He's gonna feel that. He is gonna feel that, like, good lord. I'd give that some serious thought, Bonnie lad. So now on Scotswood Road, made famous in the song The Blaydon Races. Blaydon's over there, by the way. And we have to cross over the road, and you'll see, if there's no sign there, you'll know when to turn down onto the quayside. Well, the start of the quayside, let's say. Right, so you turn right and go down to the quayside. If you're going to the Tyne and you don't want that big harsh climb once you get to the quayside, stay on the top. But William Armstrong Drive brings you down there, and there's a Hadrian's Way sign as well. And once you get down here, if it's a clear day, you can see out in the distance the Angel of the North and gated, and some will be passing a little bit later. Dunston States. There's a nice cafe over there. I'm not too sure whether the deli's still open, but I had a bit of something in there a couple of years back. Very nice actually. So there's a stopping option for you. There's a Dunston Stairs across the way. I think it's isn't it the biggest wooden structure in Britain or something? It might be Europe, I don't know. So they took like the coal from County Durham and all come here, went on the boats, and away down to the London, to the Big Smoke, or whoever was gonna buy it. This time of year, especially at the weekends, you see a load of people starting the Hadrian's Wall, really. Loads. Just come off the way for a little bit just so I don't look like a div talking to this. That's an easy little section there today. It's easy on the legs. Well, I say that after all the miles you'll have done if you do it. It's hurting a little bit, but like you're not going up hills like you were yesterday. So I think it works out about 10.5 miles, whether you gan along straight through Lemon from Newburn or take the loop around. Completely up to you, whether you're hungry or you're not. Or you haven't got any bait. But there's other little bits a bit further along. Yeah, simple little section, the easiest one you'll have done, I'd have thought. So yeah, last day of the morrow, and I must say I'm dreading it in more ways than one. I don't want it to end, man. You know, like if you do like walks and stuff like that, it sort of becomes your life. It really does. And this one it's gonna stick with us like loads, honestly. But good things have to come to an end, didn't they? So I think it's around about 15, maybe 16 mile tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to on concrete. Right, so we'll finish up at the bridges and I'll see you tomorrow. All the best. Cheers.